Okay, welcome back to our video tutorials, and in this tutorial I will introduce how to deal with visuals. So let's use our previous tutorial and delete the patch part which is not needed for this one. So I will delete the left side of the patch, and we'll clean up the space for dealing with video. So now in order to deal with video, we need to display video. And for displaying video, we use the object called pWindow. As it is one of the JIT objects, so we need to write additionally JIT.pWindow. Okay, so now we have something to display. Now, in order to display something in Max, you need to understand the idea how the data is being stored. And in this case, in Max case, the data is being stored in matrix, a kind of database or a table with information being stored in the cell, in the cells of the table. And the matrix object is also one of the JIT objects, and you need to start writing JIT and then matrix, and this object has now different attributes, and the first attribute next to the object is being the number of planes being used in the object. So in order to use red, green, blue colors and alpha channels, so we would use 4 planes in the matrix object. So the next attribute is the type of the data. So the type of the data is varying between char, float 32, float 64. So we use for our tutorial float 32. And the next argument is the number of pixels in the width of the video and the height of the video. So let's say we have video 160 pixels, 120 pixels height. Okay, so now we have a matrix. So now as we have defined the video kind of being showed on our patch, we could now connect our previous patch with our video. So if we want to have displayed sound as visual, so we would connect simply snapshot to the matrix, and then we would have sound converted into visual. Now, as we have only one number being sent, so this number is being used for all the parameters of our matrix. In order to see now how the parameters are being registered for this, we could use an object called cellBlock. And cellBlock is one of the JIT objects as well. So JIT.cellBlock, and this is how the cellBlock looks like if we would connect now our matrix to the cellBlock, and if we would let now our sample being played, so now you will see that all our cells are having exactly the same number being sent in here. Now, If we want to have something more specific, not only sound converted into visual, we could either change these numbers in each cell, or we could add something like video. In order to be able to change the cells, we would use, or we would need to use a quite complex object or command which you could be able to follow in the help files here under pack set cells and the number of inlets. So alpha channel stands here, and then RGB colors are being changed. So if we have our plane now 4 planes, so let's see with the plane 4th, so that would output the values of blue color. So no, it would be green color. No, also not green. Okay, so now plane 2 outputs the green number. And here you see the first pixel outputs now the different green. Okay, so let's come back to our video tutorial. And if we want to deal something with video, so we could also add to our patch also video. And the easiest way, of course, to deal with video is our webcam. And our webcam could be taken with an object called jit.grab. So this would be our webcam object, which needs to be always turned on. And if we would need to turn on our webcam, so we use toggle, activate simply jit.grab object. So now if I would activate jit.grab, so our camera would be activated, but nothing would be sent out. So in order to be able to see what is being sent out, we could always connect to JIT-Matrix or directly to pwindow, and we would need to take a snapshot of every frame. So to take a snapshot of every frame, we could use an object bank, or so now if I would bank, so it would take a snapshot. Now as we have two numbers being sent into our pwindow, we don't see the snapshot. So I delete one, and now I have a snapshot of myself. And in order to have like a snapshot coming every 200 milliseconds, for example, I would use our metro object set with 200 milliseconds, and this metro object needs to be turned on with toggle. So if I have now toggle on, our webcam on, I have also video displayed in here. Now if I want to have less pixels as we set, so we set 160 pixels to 120 pixels, I could change it to, for example, 4 pixels to 3 pixels. And you immediately see that our video became pixelated, and also cell block displays just only few numbers. So that's it basically for this tutorial.